Have you ever opened your refrigerator, grabbed a couple of eggs, and thought, I'm making one of the healthiest breakfasts possible? What if I told you that one small habit, something millions of Americans do every morning, could quietly turn that healthy breakfast into something your body doesn't appreciate nearly as much? The surprising part is that most people never realize they're doing it. And if you're over the age of 65, these mistakes can matter much more than they did 20 or 30 years ago. As we grow older, our bodies begin to change in ways we don't always notice. Our immune system isn't as strong as it once was. Our muscles need more high-quality protein to stay healthy. Our brain, our eyes, our heart, and even our bones depend on nutrients that become harder to absorb with age. That's exactly why eggs are often called one of nature's most complete foods. They're affordable, easy to prepare, packed with high-quality protein, and full of nutrients that support healthy aging. But here's what almost nobody talks about. It's usually not the egg that's causing the problem. It's the way we cook it, the way we store it, and the habits we followed for decades without ever questioning them. Some of these habits seem completely harmless. Others may quietly reduce the nutritional value of your breakfast, or even increase your risk of getting sick. And one mistake near the end of today's countdown is hiding inside recipes that many families have passed down from generation to generation without realizing there's now a safer way to prepare them. Stay with me until the end, because after today's countdown, I'll also share 3 simple kitchen tips that professional cooks use to make eggs safer, easier to prepare, and even more enjoyable. I'm Dr. Lily, and welcome to Healix. Our goal isn't to scare you. Our goal is to help you stay healthier, stronger, and independent for as many years as possible by making small changes that truly matter. So, let's begin with mistake number 7. For years, many people believed the healthiest way to eat eggs was to throw away the yolk and eat only the whites. Maybe you've done it yourself. Perhaps your doctor recommended it years ago, or maybe you simply wanted to avoid cholesterol. At first, it sounds like the healthier choice. After all, egg whites are almost pure protein. So, why keep the yellow part? Because the yolk contains many of the nutrients that make eggs such a valuable food in the first place. It provides choline, an important nutrient your brain uses every day to support memory and normal brain function. It also contains lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 natural antioxidants that help protect your eyes as you grow older. And here's something many people don't know. The yolk is also one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, making dietary sources even more important. Now, does this mean everyone should eat unlimited egg yolks? Not necessarily. Every person is different, and some medical conditions require specific dietary advice. That's why it's always important to follow your doctor's recommendations. But for many healthy older adults, avoiding the yolk completely may also mean missing out on valuable nutrition your body actually needs. Think about it this way. Imagine buying a beautiful book and then tearing out half the pages before reading it. You still have the book, but you're no longer getting the complete story. That's exactly what happens when you eat only the egg white. The protein is still there, but many of the vitamins, healthy fats, and important nutrients stay behind in the part you throw away. Sometimes, the healthiest choice isn't removing food. It's understanding how that food fits into a balanced diet. Protecting your memory, supporting your eyesight, and helping your muscles stay strong all begin with giving your body the nutrients it needs every single day. But if you think skipping the yolk is the biggest mistake people make, wait until you hear the next one, because it happens every morning in kitchens across America, and most people never even realize they're doing it. Eggs themselves usually aren't the problem. Everything we add to them often is. Picture a typical breakfast: 2 scrambled eggs, a large spoonful of butter melting across the pan, extra cooking oil, a generous handful of cheese, and maybe a few slices of bacon or sausage on the side. By the time breakfast reaches the table, those healthy eggs have become part of a meal that's much higher in saturated fat and sodium than many older adults realize. Here's why that matters. As we age, our heart and blood vessels naturally become less flexible. Many adults over 65 are already managing high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, diabetes, or heart disease. Meals loaded with butter, heavy cheese, and processed meats can work against the healthy habits you're trying to build. The difficult part is that this doesn't happen overnight. Nobody eats one buttery breakfast and suddenly develops heart disease. It's the small daily habits repeated over months and years that slowly make the difference. That's exactly why this mistake is so easy to overlook. It feels normal. It tastes comforting. It's the breakfast many of us grew up eating. But sometimes a small adjustment can make a surprisingly big difference. Instead of using a large amount of butter, try cooking your eggs in a non-stick pan with a small drizzle of olive oil. Instead of covering your eggs with cheese, add colorful vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, or bell peppers. Not only do they add flavor, but they also provide fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants your body appreciates as you age. Many people are surprised to discover that a breakfast filled with vegetables is just as satisfying while providing much more nutrition. Healthy eating doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It simply means letting the eggs remain the healthiest part of your breakfast, instead of hiding them beneath ingredients your heart doesn't need every day. Because your goal isn't simply to live longer. It's to have the strength to enjoy your grandchildren, travel, work in your garden, take morning walks, and continue living life on your own terms for as many years as possible. Now, the next mistake is one almost everyone has made at least once. It usually happens after family gatherings, Sunday brunches, or holiday breakfasts, and most people don't realize they've made it until it's already too late. Let's move on to mistake number 5. And this one usually happens when you're surrounded by the people you love the most. Imagine it's Sunday morning, your children and grandchildren are visiting. Breakfast is on the table, everyone is laughing, and no one is paying attention to the clock. The scrambled eggs, the breakfast casserole, or the egg salad has been sitting on the counter for hours. It still looks perfectly fine. It still smells normal. So everyone assumes it's safe to eat. Unfortunately, harmful bacteria don't always leave behind a warning sign. You can't see them, smell them, or taste them. Once cooked eggs stay at room temperature for too long, bacteria can begin multiplying quickly. For a younger adult, this may lead to nothing more than an upset stomach. But after the age of 65, food poisoning can become much more serious. Your immune system simply doesn't fight infection the way it once did. And recovering from dehydration or severe stomach illness can take much longer than it did years ago. The good news is that avoiding this mistake is incredibly simple. If you're serving hot egg dishes, try to keep them warm until everyone is ready to eat. If you're serving cold foods like egg salad, keep them chilled as much as possible. Once the meal is over, refrigerate leftovers promptly instead of letting them sit on the table while everyone continues talking. When you're unsure whether a dish has been sitting out too long, it's always safer to prepare a fresh meal than to take the risk. One small decision can save you from days of illness and possibly even a trip to the emergency room. Food is meant to bring families together, not send someone to the hospital. A few simple habits can help make sure your family gatherings create happy memories instead of unwanted health problems. Now, here's a mistake that almost nobody notices because it happens in just a few seconds. In fact, you may have done it this very morning without even realizing it. Picture yourself making breakfast. You crack 2 eggs into a bowl, wipe your hands on the kitchen towel, grab a slice of bread, reach for the coffee pot, or open the refrigerator door. It feels completely normal because you've probably done it this way for years. But here's the problem. Even eggs that look perfectly clean can carry bacteria on the outside of their shells. When you touch the shell and then touch your towel, your cutting board, your refrigerator handle, or other foods, Those bacteria can spread throughout your kitchen without leaving any visible trace. This is called cross-contamination, and it's one of the most common food safety mistakes people make at home. The dangerous part is that nothing looks dirty. Everything appears clean. That's exactly why this mistake is so easy to miss. Many people also use the same cutting board for cracking eggs and then immediately begin slicing fruit, vegetables, or bread without washing the surface first. It saves time, but it can also transfer harmful bacteria to foods that won't be cooked before eating. Fortunately, preventing this takes only a few extra seconds. After handling raw eggs, wash your hands thoroughly with warm water and soap before touching anything else. Clean bowls, utensils, countertops, and cutting boards with hot, soapy water before using them again. If possible, keep one small area of your kitchen just for preparing raw eggs. These simple habits dramatically reduce the chance of bacteria spreading around your kitchen. What's interesting is that the safest kitchens aren't usually the newest or the most expensive. They're simply the kitchens where small routines become healthy habits. A few extra seconds spent washing your hands or cleaning a surface can protect not only your own health, but also the health of everyone who shares your table. And now, we're getting closer to the top 3 mistakes. The next one surprises almost everyone because it's hiding inside nearly every refrigerator in America. Most people believe they're being careful. In fact, many people have been doing this for years without ever getting sick, which is exactly why they continue doing it. But as we grow older, our bodies simply don't have the same margin for error they once did. Let's talk about ignoring the expiration date. Maybe you've looked at a carton of eggs and thought, they still smell fine, or I've eaten older eggs before and nothing happened. That's a very common way of thinking. The truth is, eggs don't suddenly become unsafe the moment the date on the carton arrives. However, as eggs age, their natural protective barrier gradually weakens, making it easier for bacteria to grow if the conditions are right. When you're younger, your body can often fight off small amounts of harmful bacteria without causing serious illness. But after the age of 65, your immune system naturally becomes less effective. Food poisoning that causes only mild discomfort in a younger adult can lead to dehydration, weakness, or even hospitalization for an older person. The challenging part is that bad eggs rarely announce themselves. They may look perfectly normal. They may smell perfectly normal. They may even taste perfectly normal. That's what makes this mistake so dangerous. You're relying on your senses to detect something they simply weren't designed to detect. Fortunately, there's an easy habit that takes only a few seconds. Whenever you buy a new carton of eggs, place it behind the older one in your refrigerator. That way, you'll naturally use the older eggs first. It's a simple rotation system that many professional kitchens use every day. And if you're ever unsure whether an egg is still fresh, there's another helpful trick. Fill a bowl with cold water and gently place the egg inside. Fresh eggs usually sink and lie flat. Older eggs tend to stand upright or float because the air pocket inside the shell becomes larger over time. While this isn't a perfect food safety test, it can help you decide whether an egg is still fresh enough to use. The healthiest people often aren't the ones making dramatic lifestyle changes. They're the ones following small habits consistently, day after day. Something as simple as checking your carton and using older eggs first can reduce unnecessary risk without changing your favorite meals at all. Now we're down to the second biggest mistake. Over the past few years, this habit has become much more popular thanks to cooking shows and social media. Beautiful photos of soft, runny eggs appear everywhere. The yolk flows across the plate, and people describe it as the perfect breakfast. It certainly looks delicious. But for many older adults, appearance and safety aren't always the same thing. Undercooking eggs has become far more common than many people realize. A runny yolk may seem harmless, but unless both the white and the yolk reach a safe cooking temperature, harmful bacteria can survive inside the egg. Again, younger adults often recover quickly if they become sick. Older adults may not. This doesn't mean you have to stop enjoying eggs. It simply means cooking them a little longer. A fully cooked egg doesn't lose its protein. It doesn't suddenly become unhealthy. It simply becomes a safer choice for your body. Many people believe a firm yolk means they've ruined the egg. In reality, it often means they've cooked it safely. That's an important difference. Another thing to remember is that appearance can be misleading. Sometimes the outside of an egg looks completely cooked while the center hasn't reached a safe temperature yet. That's why food safety experts recommend making sure both the white and the yolk are fully set before serving, especially for older adults or anyone with a weakened immune system. Think about all the effort you put into taking care of your health. You attend doctor's appointments, you take your medications, you try to stay active. It would be unfortunate if something as simple as an undercooked breakfast became the reason you spent the next few days feeling sick. Fortunately, the solution couldn't be simpler. Give your eggs just a little more time to cook. It only takes a minute or two longer, but that small adjustment can make a meaningful difference in reducing food safety risks. And now, we've arrived at the number one mistake. This final habit has been passed down through families for generations. It appears in holiday recipes, homemade desserts, and favorite family traditions. Most people never think twice about it because it's simply the way they've always done it. But once you understand why it matters, you'll never look at these recipes the same way again. The problem is that raw or lightly cooked eggs can sometimes contain harmful bacteria inside the egg itself, not just on the shell. Even if the egg looks perfectly clean, has no cracks, and has been stored in the refrigerator, bacteria may still be present. For a healthy younger adult, this may never cause a problem. But after the age of 65, the story can be very different. As we age, our immune system naturally becomes less effective at fighting infections. A foodborne illness that causes only a day or two of stomach discomfort in a younger person can become much more serious for an older adult. Severe dehydration, weakness, and hospitalization become much more likely. That's why this mistake deserves the number one spot on today's list. The most surprising part is that nobody makes this mistake on purpose. You're simply following a recipe your family has used for years. Maybe your parents made it this way. Maybe your grandparents did too. Family traditions create wonderful memories, but sometimes food safety recommendations improve as science learns more. Updating a recipe doesn't mean giving up the tradition. It simply means protecting the people you love. The good news is that you don't have to stop making your favorite recipes. Today, most grocery stores sell pasteurized eggs. These eggs are gently heated just enough to destroy harmful bacteria while still working exactly like regular eggs in recipes. They whip the same way, taste the same, and produce the same delicious results. Whether you're making homemade dressing, holiday eggnog, or your favorite dessert, pasteurized eggs allow you to enjoy those traditions with much greater peace of mind. Now that we've covered the 7 biggest mistakes, let me share 3 simple kitchen tips that professional cooks use every day. The first tip is incredibly easy. Instead of placing cold eggs directly from the refrigerator into boiling water, let them sit on the counter for about 20 minutes first. This small change helps reduce sudden temperature shock, making the shells less likely to crack while cooking. It also helps the eggs cook more evenly from the outside to the center. The second tip is perfect if you've ever struggled to peel hard-boiled eggs. Add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar to the boiling water. If an egg develops a small crack while cooking, the vinegar helps the egg white firm up quickly, reducing the mess. Many people also find that the shells peel away much more easily afterward. If arthritis or weaker grip strength makes peeling eggs frustrating, this tiny trick can save both time and effort. The third tip is one of the simplest habits you can develop. Keep 1 carton of pasteurized eggs in your refrigerator. You may not use them every day, but whenever you're preparing a recipe that calls for raw or lightly cooked eggs, you'll already have the safer option available. It's a small investment that can help protect both you and your family. So, what's the biggest message I hope you take away from today's video? Eggs are still one of the healthiest foods you can enjoy after the age of 65. They're an excellent source of high-quality protein, vitamins, and nutrients that help support healthy muscles, brain function, vision, and overall wellness. The goal isn't to stop eating eggs. It's simply to avoid a few common mistakes that can reduce their benefits or increase unnecessary risks. Healthy aging rarely depends on one dramatic change. More often, it's built on dozens of small decisions made consistently over time. Cooking your eggs a little more carefully, storing them properly, avoiding cross-contamination, and choosing healthier preparation methods may seem like small habits today, but together they can make a meaningful difference in helping you stay healthy, active, and independent for years to come. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 mistakes surprised you the most? Is there one you've been making for years without realizing it? Let us know in the comments below because your experience may help someone else watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Healix. I am Dr. Lily, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.